boys? Today we are back, and in today's video I'm going to be going over how Movsar Evloev versus Volkanovski would be a good, tough fight, and in my opinion, Movsar Evloev beats Volk in my opinion. I know everyone thinks I'm crazy. I said fucking Diego Lopez would submit Volkanovski in the rematch. I'm dumb as fuck, but bro, I just can't seem to get behind Volkanovski. He's not that good in my opinion. Obviously, okay, well I take that back. Obviously he's good. Obviously he's skilled, but just the lack of fucking stuff that happens in his fights, the non-excitement, the just blah, just the meh performances. I think Movsar Evloev beats Volk. I know that's crazy. I wanted to talk about this fight a little bit more first. Movsar wins by majority decision. In my opinion, the fight should have been a draw. I know I see a lot of people saying that this was a robbery, that Lerone should have won. I've seen people say Movsar should have won. This was the right decision. But in my opinion, I think Movsar. I'm gonna put the hood up. I think that Movsar versus Lerone should have been a draw. I see the first two rounds to Murphy. I thought Murphy won the first two rounds. And no, I haven't watched the fight back. I have a life. I have a job. I have to, do things in my life. I'm not a big YouTuber yet, hopefully one day. But for right now, I don't have the time to watch shit back. So I didn't watch the fight back, but in real time, I thought Lerone Murphy won the first two rounds. They were close. They were very close rounds. I can't remember if it was the third or the fourth where the nut shot happened. Pretty sure it was the fourth. So I did think Movsar won the third round. At the very end, he was putting it on Lerone Murphy, stung Lerone Murphy bad, got a takedown, I'm pretty sure, in the third round. Fourth round, Movsar winning clearly the entire round, got the point taken away. So that was a 9-9. And then Movsar in the fifth round. Movsar was doing very good in the fourth round, by the way, taking Murphy down at will, landing very good punches, more damaging punches that Murphy landed the entire fight. And then the fifth round, same thing. Movsar looked great out there, landing huge punches, taking him down at will easily, and looking really fucking good. So in the last three rounds, in my opinion, Movsar did win, but he did get the point taken. So in my opinion, it should have been a draw, but it doesn't matter. I think Movsar looked better in this fight anyway than Lerone Murphy. I thought Movsar showed way more in this fight than Lerone. So I'm happy he got the victory. I am a Movsar, I'm not a Movsar like fan, but I don't mind him. I don't think he's that boring. I actually fuck with Movsar kind of heavy. I think he's, some of his, I like his personality. What I'm saying? I'm a Movsar fan. I like Movsar way more than I like Volk. So I don't know if that says anything. But yeah, in my opinion, this was the right match. This is the right matchup for Volk, Movsar versus Volk. But that's what I'm going to talk about next. Yeah, that's not going to be the next fight, which sucks because I think Volk probably fights one more time then retires. But the UFC is going to do Gene Silva versus Volk next. There's no doubt in my mind that's going to happen. That's just what's going to happen. It's what the UFC is about these days. They care more about entertainment than they do merit in rankings and what's the right word? They don't care about what's right anymore. They care about what makes, what gets the most eyeballs, what gets the most money, what gets the most hype. And that's Gene Silva. All those things are Gene Silva. He's a knockout artist. He'd probably come forward against Volk. So yeah, Dana White was asked about it at the post-fight press conference. Dana starts fucking smirking. We'll have to see when we announce it. Then you'll know it's true. It's going to be Gene Silva next, which sucks, which doesn't make any sense. He's on a one-fight win streak after losing to the number 2 ranked guy, just showing that he's not upper echelon. He was looking good in the Diego Lopez fight before he got finished. He had a great bounce-back win against Arnold Allen, but you're on a one-fight win streak. You haven't fought that many top-ranked contenders. At least one more, bro. At least. Can we get someone on a 2-fight win streak fighting for the belt? We got Sean Strickland coming off another one-fight win streak and getting another shot at the belt when it should be Evloev, merit-wise, and in fucking doing what's right. But that's not what this sport's about anymore. It used to be. It used to be the best fight the best, but not anymore with Paramount. It's obviously just, what gets the most numbers, what's the most excitement, which I like too. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I like it, sometimes I don't. But in this scenario, it's got to be Movsar, man. It has to be. He's 20-0, undefeated Dagestani guy. And I know Volk wants that fight. I know Volk would way rather fight Movsar than fight Gene Silva. And I don't know. I think Volk would honestly, I don't know. It's tough to say. Volk is so he's so fucking boring that I don't know. He's skilled, but he's so boring to that, and that's where I'm I don't know what would happen between him and Gene Silva. But in my opinion, Gene Silva's going to get the next shot, which sucks. We all hate it. We all know it's not right, but it's probably going to happen because Movsar didn't have that entertaining of a fight. I thought it was a great fight, him versus Lerone. I thought it was a good fight. Pretty entertaining, not the most exciting, but pretty entertaining. And he dominated the last 3 rounds, especially the second half of the third round and the fourth and fifth. He absolutely dominated. Absolutely dominated. Got takedowns at will. And Lerone Murphy is just like a fucking... I'm going to move to the next slide because that's what I'm going to talk about here. If this fight gets made next, which it should, I do have Movsar Evloev beating Volkanovski. Probably like 49, 46, 48, 47. Close fight, but I do see Movsar beating Volk. And this is why I think this. That third, fourth, the second half of the third, the fourth and fifth round, Movsar Evloev looked like one of the best featherweights on earth. Like, genuinely. He looked so good. I know Lerone Murphy's not the best at takedown defense. Volk is way better at takedown defense than Lerone Murphy. Lerone Murphy's good at getting up. He's good at not getting held down, but his takedown defense is really bad. So maybe Volk just goes out there, just stops the takedowns, and this becomes like a nothing boring fight like every other fucking fight Volk has ever had. But, bro... Movsar looked good in the striking, looked good in the ground and pound. Like, he just looked so good in that second half of the third round and in the fourth and fifth. And Lerone and Volk are kind of like the same fighters. Stick on the back foot, counter punch, land like a few kicks around, land a few punches around. Like, fight to not lose instead of fight to win. I see that type of guy in Lerone Murphy, like the same I do with Volk. I see them as very similar. Obviously striking, but I think Movsar beats him, bro. As crazy as that sounds, I genuinely think Movsar beats him. His striking looked way better in this fight compared to... he struck with Arnold Allen. Movsar did a bit. He looked good in that, but I think his striking has evolved. Obviously, he's down in American Top Team now. They have good striking coaches, so his striking looks great. Bro, I don't know if what the UFC said. I don't know if the UFC told Movsar, like, hey, if you go out there and finish him on the feet, if you go out there and strike with him for 5 rounds, we'll give you the immediate title shot. Like, we won't go to Gene Silva. We'll give it to you if you just strike, if you don't wrestle. I think that might have happened. Like, genuinely, I don't think the UFC's rigging fights, but like, why Movsar Evloev didn't just take down Lerone Murphy in the first 2.5 rounds and just destroy him like he did in the second half of the third, the fourth, and the fifth, I'll never understand. I don't know why he just decided to strike with Lerone Murphy. Like, I have no idea why he did that. It literally blows my mind. He could have taken down Lerone Murphy every single round if he wanted to. Lerone, yes, he's good at getting back up, but you could have got him down, landed the ground and pound, landed the stuff against the fence. To be fair, Movsar was doing good in the striking, but he lost the first 2 rounds in my book, just barely with the striking. Like, I don't know if the UFC told him off or like something, bro, but he just did not look like himself. But and that's why I think people are saying that Volk would make it look easy against Movsar. I think people are going off those first 2 rounds where Movsar didn't shoot. They're thinking like, Volk's movement's too good. He's not going to be able to get the takedown. Bro, I think Movsar could have got the takedown every round. He just decided to strike. And when he's going against Volk for a championship opportunity, no matter what the UFC like tells him behind the scenes or not, I think he's going to grapple all 5 rounds. You saw what happened when a great grappler goes up against Volk and Makhachev. No, I'm not saying fucking Evloev is Makhachev's level. Chill. I'm not saying that, but I am saying that a dominant, grappler-based guy going against Volk, that's Volk's worst matchup. That's, obviously Volk lost the 2 fights against Makhachev. The second one doesn't really count, but the first one he lost. Makhachev imposed the grappling, took him down, took his back, was able to hold him down for little bits at a time. Volk did good at getting back up. And I'm not saying Movsar Evloev is going to destroy Volk. Like, I'm not saying he's going to take him down and hold him down and like submit him. I think it would go to decision. I think it would look a lot like that fight last night. I think it's like an identical fight, except I think Movsar will shoot in the first and second round and be able to get Volk down, be able to land a little bit of ground and pound, land stuff up against the fence. I don't think Volk is going to be able to fucking piece up fucking Movsar. Like, I just don't see it with Volk, bro. Something about him, I just don't see it. I don't see why the fans fucking glaze this guy. I don't see fucking I see the skill like somewhat, but it's just like it's so fucking boring. It doesn't make sense, bro. It doesn't make sense. So I think if Movsar goes out there, pushes takedowns all 5 rounds. He didn't look gassed at the end of that fight. He looked fresh in between all the rounds too. I think if he goes out there, pushes the pace heavy, grapples for all 5 rounds, I think he wins a close 48-47 decision. Now, Volk will probably beat him on the feet, just barely. Like I said, just standing on the outside, fucking leg kicking, jabbing every once in a while, landing one big right hand around. Every Volk fight is like that. There's been no fucking exciting Volk fights. But I think Movsar's the guy to do it at 145 now that Ilya's gone. I think the insane grappling. Bro, he just took down fucking Lerone Murphy so easily. And I know Volk is better than Lerone Murphy in the grappling, but he just looked so good in the last 2 rounds. But yeah, Movsar, I think he beats Volk. I know that's a crazy take. Some people, if I get any views on this video, are going to call me dumb as fuck. But I'm going to go back to this one more time. Gene Silva is getting the next shot. Mark my words. Evloev's not getting the next shot, which sucks. So if Volk doesn't retire, I could see them just Movsar getting the shot after Gene Silva does. And then we might get a Gene Silva versus Evloev fight. That'll be pretty fun. That'll be way more exciting than the Volk versus Evloev fight. But yeah, Gene Silva's probably getting the next shot. I did think this was a draw, but I'm okay with a Movsar decision. And in my opinion, Movsar does beat Volk. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Let me know if you think I'm dumb as fuck. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.